and welcome back to my channel. I'm She's on a Budget, and today we are back for another video. In this video, I'll be walking you through my budget for the month of April. I've decided to stick with one budget for the whole month, but I will be changing how I check in each week. I found that last month I was a bit all over the place. Granted, there was a lot of things going on, but I didn't like the way that I budgeted last month. There'll be some slight changes going into this next month, things that I've learned that worked and didn't work. So stay tuned to see exactly how this one pans out. But anyway, let's get into the video. I'm just going to show you that despite the madness, I still managed to pay some money towards my debt. So I know this says Debt Snowball, and Debt Snowball is currently on hold. But the fact of the matter is that even with my minimum payments, I'm still paying off towards the principal of my debt. Or for the month of March, I've managed to pay £195 off of my previous balance. So my new balance is now £10,872.09 that I currently have in debt. And it's funny because I remember it being 12,000, guys. So to see it in the tens, although it's just in the tens, it's still amazing. So I'm really happy about that. For April, I've got a couple of birthdays. My niece's birthday is coming up in a couple of days, and my son's birthday is mid-April. It's his 21st, so a big birthday for him. I've also just made a note of a payment that I need to make this month, which is for my new allotment. I have held off from telling you because of so many things that have been going on, but I have taken on a space at my local allotment, and this payment here is for rental of the greenhouse and the shed in my space. And yeah, I'm really excited to start growing my own veg and fruit and things like that. And yeah, I'll probably go into another video and maybe give you a little tour of it at some point in the future. The goal for this month is to save. There will be no sinking funds. I need to make sure that I'm staying well within my budgets, try and keep them as tight as possible without being too stringent. I have paused debts 5 and 7. I'll go into it a bit more in a second, but I've paused a couple of my debts because they are in dispute. I've also paused my sinking funds, and I will be increasing my shopping budget this month. In this space, I usually note down all the competitions that we have coming up and the payment dates for those competitions, but because of the current climate that we're in at the moment, all of my daughter's sporting events have been cancelled. We are onto our monthly overview page. I'm not going to go into too much detail because I will be using this space when I do my weekly check-in, but I've changed my stickers slightly. I've put boxes next to the amounts that are coming out this month so that I can tick them when the bill has actually been paid, just so that I keep on top of things as closely as possible. So let's start with this page. I'm just going to walk you through exactly what I have noted down. My income for this month is £2,077.66. As I mentioned earlier, we are pausing debts 5 and 7. So I have listed the payments for debts 4, 6 and 8. Debt 5 is an outstanding energy bill that I have for Scottish Power. I have been going back and forward with this company for quite some time now to make an arrangement, and at the moment it's escalated into an actual formal complaint. So I'm going through the complaints procedure just to see if I can come to an agreement as to exactly how much is outstanding with them, and to make an arrangement to make the correct payment towards that bill. So that at the moment is on hold. So debt 7 is paused as well. Debt 7 is a mixture of bills, and there are a few on there that are also in dispute. I contacted quite a few of my creditors just to see if I was making the right payment, how the debts were doing, and just to check that the figures that I have put down are actually correct. Because of a few discrepancies that I have with the creditors of debt 7, I've also put that one on hold too. There will be no interest added to the amount that I have outstanding with them, and it is one of the debts that are further down the list So the only debts that I'm paying towards at the moment are debts 4, 6 and 8. Debt 4 is my usual £20 a month that I pay. Debt 6 is £55. So last month it was 80. It's actually gone down to £55 because I have managed to come to an agreement that works out that I have given myself an extra few months to pay off this bill. And then debt 8 is the normal £60 a month that I pay for that one. So in total for debts, it will be £135 this month. For tithe, it's my regular 10%, but as you can see, I've added on an extra £8 to tithe. But for food, I've increased my food budget by £40 for the month. I've managed to come in under my food budget for last month, but I've added that in just to give me a bit more wiggle room, and also because we are on lockdown. We are home a lot more than we usually are, and therefore we're going to probably eat a lot more as well. So I've added in some money towards that budget. Utilities are the same. Fuel has reduced drastically. It's gone from £200 down to £50. That is because I am still working at the moment. I work full-time as a teacher. At the moment, we still have our school open for vulnerable children and children of key workers, such as nurses, doctors, social workers and things like that. So I have to go into school during lockdown. For this period of time, I've budgeted only £50. The rest of the time, I probably won't be using my car. So insurance is £66.09. It's a slight increase by £1 or so this month. So there's been a massive change with rent. My variable income has more or less dried up now because I'm no longer able to tutor in the evenings, which makes up quite a bit of my income. So my landlord has kindly allowed me to have a payment holiday for 2 months, which starts as of next month. And for this month, he actually gave me a reduction by 50%. I'm so happy. He's just taken a lot of worry off my mind. Obviously, I do need to pay back those payments once things hopefully get back to normal, but because I will be going back to tuition and things like that, I'm not too worried about having that as an additional payment that I need to make to him. Canoeing, we are still paying canoe fees, which is £101. Pet insurance is £4.48, DVLA £12.68. Virgin bill is £32, Apple £2.49. I've added in my allotment fee here, which is £50. My water bill came last week for the year. I've put it on a standing order for 10 months to cover that bill. It works out to be about £65 a month-ish. I think the first payment is slightly higher than the rest of the standing orders, but I'll see how that changes next month. And then the last bill as well, we received our council tax bill for the year, and again that has now been put on a standing order for £122 a month. Okay, so in total you can see that even though my rent has been reduced by quite a bit and other things have changed, it's still quite a big budget. So I'm just going to add these all together. So expenses for this month is £1,527.97. Income, we have £2,077.66 minus our debts, which is £135, minus our expensive, which is £1,527.97, which gives us £414.69. Okay, as I said previously, the plan or the goal for this month is to save. I've predicted that after I pay all my bills this month, I will have a total of £414.69 that I can put towards savings. This will go straight into my emergency fund, which currently has a balance of £128.45. So my total savings that I should have this month is £543.14. which all I can do is literally like sigh with relief. I cannot believe that I have money left over after I pay all my bills this month, and it's literally because of things like my rent being reduced and other bills that I've either put on hold or slightly managed to get a better deal in terms of my arrangement with them, that I have managed to do that. So I'm really grateful for that. Well, last month I had at the top here my sinking funds and then my tracker for my sinking funds, but as you already know, we no longer have any sinking funds running, so debt tracker will be at the top. I've listed all of my debts that I currently have, even the ones that I'm not paying towards at the moment. So I've put all of my debts down. I've noted down the ones that are paused. So what I will do is at the end of the month, I will write down the current balances, if there have been any changes, if I've managed to pay more towards each debt, and so on and so forth. So that is what I will do up here. And then down here, I am just going to list all of the transactions that I make from my emergency fund. Now, I'm hoping that this stays as empty as it is now, but obviously with things going on at the moment, anything can happen. So I'm hoping that I don't have to dip into my emergency fund, but if I do, this is where I will be noting down exactly how much I have spent and where that has actually gone to. Okay, so I've created my budget for the month of April. It's looking really good at the moment. Just hoping that I managed to stay within all of my budgets. And yeah, I hope this video was useful. Please do not forget to click on that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and I'll speak to you in the next video. Have a good week.